Hey everybody, what's up? So, there is a consensus on the beard. Yes, we have a consensus on the beard, and it seems like majority of you want me to keep the beard. So I will keep the beard for a little longer anyway. Eventually I'll get rid of it. But for now, the beard stays, all right? I was watching some really interesting videos. Again, I'm going back and watching those Bruce Lee philosophy, not so much the fighting videos really, but Bruce Lee's philosophy, his famous "No way is way," which is a very enlightened thing. By the way, I really would recommend if you're serious about becoming a trader, and let's face it, this is one of the most stressful occupations or hobbies or avocations that you can get into. Okay, that's how come I like to equate it, or I like to use the analogy of fighting. I very often use the analogy of fighting, which is a very, very, very high stress activity or occupation. And so I was watching more of the Bruce Lee philosophy videos. And again, I recommend you watch the fighting videos, you watch the Navy SEAL training videos, things that will give you insight into people who are high achievers, who really have to invoke a very high level of mental game, and that separation between the champions, the high achievers, those who have to deal with monumental, enormous amounts of stress, how to overcome that, and how to succeed in to achieve your goals and how to succeed. And it all really comes down to the same basic elements. It's that not quitting, it's that perseverance, it's that moving through adversity, rising above adversity. It's that embracing of discomfort. All right? We all think there's some kind of secret system, some magical system. And I'm right here, I'm not necessarily just talking about trading, although it's pretty obvious, and it has become obvious to me in my teaching and talking to a lot of you, and in doing these videos, and in some of the comments, and many of the comments actually, how there's this discomfort avoidance mechanism, which is really at the root of failure or lack of success. And when you start to analyze, or when you start to observe people who are high achievers, and it could be in any different walk of life, it could be any different endeavor, from athletes, fighters, professionals in business, people in business, mountain climbers, adventurous, whatever. It is that ability to endure hardship, that ability to endure discomfort, and really not just the ability to endure it, but to those who embrace it, who say, like, their attitude is like, bring it on, bring it on. Because the natural human instinct is to avoid discomfort. Not just a human instinct. I just think that's any organism, that's the natural instinct, is to avoid discomfort, and to look also for shortcuts. And this is where I think Bruce Lee's concept of no way is way is a brilliant and very enlightened understanding. In other words, embodied in that idea, no way is way, is this embrace of the unknown, embrace of hardship, embrace of difficulty, embrace of the idea that there is no particular system or method. Okay? And so it all just comes down to the grind, the moving forward. I was watching a video. Again, it was a fight video, and it wasn't a fight per se, but it was a discussion about how some of the top MMA fighters, and I've mentioned in the past, I love mixed martial arts. I've practiced Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I like the UFC. I watch the fights. Maybe some of you are not familiar with that, but they were talking about some of the great champions of the past, and they mentioned guys like George St. Pierre, right, and Anderson Silva, and guys like that, and There was an interview with George St. Pierre, who was one of the greatest champions in mixed martial arts, and certainly will end up in the Hall of Fame, UFC Hall of Fame. But George St. Pierre, who had, victory after victory after victory, he used to say that every single time when it was, he was just before a fight, he would his stomach would be in knots. He literally felt like he wanted to throw up. He used to say he wished the entire ceiling of the arena would crash down and cancel the fight, because that's how much stress, that's how much anxiety, that's how much fear and discomfort. Now you think about it, this guy was a champion who was used to going out there time and time again and beating his opponents into submission and winning his fights, yet every single time, no matter how many times he had done it, and no matter how many years he had been a practitioner of martial arts, he would still face that discomfort, that anxiety, that massive stress, the fear, to a degree that he said, I wanted to throw up. And sometimes he did. Which comes back to the point of things I've said in the past, such as it never gets easy. Your only easy trade was the trade that last trade you just closed out for a profit. You get in the next one. And I don't care, I've mentioned this about guys who are saying, Mike, your system's no good because the timing's no good. I want to know exactly where to buy and exactly where to sell. Well, again, this is looking for a shortcut. This is not understanding that, first of all, those things are unachievable, knowing every single time exactly where to buy and exactly where to sell. Second of all, not having the understanding that success is not dependent on that. All right? And looking for shortcuts when the reality is the true shortcut, and it brings me back to this no way is way. That is the shortcut. The hardship is the shortcut. The adversity and the facing of the adversity is the shortcut. The stress, the anxiety, your gut in a knot, that is the shortcut. The waiting over a period of time for that trade to, eventually reach its objective, that is the shortcut. People who take the losses, the stop losers, the ones who say it is prudent to lose, in their minds, that's a shortcut to getting to where they want to be, when in reality, it is not a shortcut at all. It is a certain path to losing. All right? So no way is way. Hardship is the shortcut. Stress, anxiety, discomfort is the shortcut. Waiting long periods of time for the trade to reach its objective is the shortcut. Once you understand that, no way is way. Once you understand that, and better yet, once you embrace that, once your attitude is, bring it on, I'm ready for it, you are on your way to achieving success. Now, admittedly, a lot of people can't do this. It is, like I said before, it is human nature. It is the nature of the organism to want to avoid discomfort, avoid pain, avoid hardship, avoid adversity. But that avoidance does not take you to where you want to go. There's only one way. And again, this transcends trading. It transcends fighting. This is applicable to everything that you do in your life. Relationships, money, I don't care what it is. It is applicable to every single situation in your life. And talk to people who are successful. And I guarantee you, they will tell you, to a person, to a man, to a woman, they will tell you that the secret to their success was just grinding through it, sticking it out, perseverance, continuing on, handling the shit, the crap that comes flying at them every single day and just working through it. I absolutely guarantee you, and it's no different here in trading. It is absolute, and the haters could come on here and they could say, Norman, he's a loser and he's a scammer and this and that. And they're going to have their systems and they say, I buy here. And I see some of these other videos that these people put up, and it's like, okay, it breaks a line. We do this. That is micro. That is totally avoiding the big picture of what all this is about and the real secret to achieving success. Again, it's not about the system. No way is way. Hardship is way. Anxiety is way. Adversity is way. Those are all the shortcuts. Once you understand that, you are there. You are there. And you know what? It's just about a decision. It's just about saying, yeah, I can wait that extra day. I could take this market fluctuation. Don't even look at it. Don't look at the market. Develop techniques for yourself to get you through the difficult times. I develop techniques for myself. I don't sit here and stare at the market. If things get bad, I'll go out, take a walk, do something else, go to the gym, whatever, read a book, watch TV, whatever I have to do, walk my dog, okay? Develop techniques, little techniques. Everyone could come up with ideas to take their mind off of something, all right? But just work on that. All it is a decision saying, yeah, I'm gonna push through it. So all you got to do is say, I am going to push through it. And right at the moment when you think you cannot do it, distract yourself. Go another minute. Go another hour. Go another day. Go another week. And you know what? It's going to get you to where you want to go. No way is way! All right, see ya.